What's up, Flipsiders? So it's Saturday, September, I think, and I already started shooting this video. I shot like 2.5 minutes of this video, and my dog decided that she's done and it's time to go, so I had to stop recording and go get her. But anyway, I'm rocking the goatee look again. I did this for like a couple days last year, and it wasn't real popular with the female demographic. They didn't like the goatee, but seeing as I'm not looking for any female companionship at the moment, I figured, why not? I'm going to give it another crack, see how I like it. I have to say, not sure what I think about it yet. Not sure if I love it or hate it. I definitely don't love it, but I'm not sure if I just don't like it or if I hate it yet. So, that's yet to be seen. Anyways, so for this week, I want to do kind of a series of themed vlogs. It's going to be my first blank. So I'm going to be talking about all week my first experiences doing whatever. So if you guys want to hear about a story of the first time I did like X or Y, post it in the comments. I'm sure I have that bird just dive bombed into oblivion. That was ridiculous. But post it in the comments. I probably have a funny story about it that I can tell you guys. So today I'm going to tell you about the first time I asked out a girl ever. So this is my 8th grade year of school, which is the last year of middle school here in my town. I know that middle school goes to like only 7th grade in some places and goes to 9th in others. So it was my 8th grade year of school, and I grew up in a family where I wasn't allowed to have a girlfriend. My family had very traditional values, I'd say, to where you don't date unless you're ready to get married to someone. So, which is kind of contradictory to the whole social world that is today. But, so I always had girls that, not always, I'm not trying to brag, but I had girls over the years that wanted to go out with me and, like, go hang out and stuff, and I wasn't allowed to, and I always did what I was told growing up. So, this was the first, I had to, like, beg my parents, like, Mom, Dad, I really like this girl, and they said no in the past when I've asked them this. They said yes this time, which was like a mind blower to me, because I never thought they'd say yes. But, hey, whoa, lay down. I know you want to hear the story. Lay down. Lay down. Okay, good. So, anyways, this is the first time I was able to ask a girl out, and I was really excited, but I was super nervous because I wasn't sure how to do it. It was a girl it was Shaylee. You guys saw her in our board game video, and the presidential one. I think those are the only ones she's ever been in. But, excuse me, I'd known her for the whole year. She had come from a private school to this school that year. So this was our first year in public school. We had English together. And we would always talk and hang out at school and joke around and stuff. So I knew her, but I was nervous. And this was back before I kind of found my confidence in high school. So I was super, super nervous. And I'm not saying that asking a girl out's easy. That's not what I'm saying. But I was very socially awkward to an extent in middle school and elementary school. Not really socially awkward, but a little bit. So I didn't know how I was gonna do it. So I wanted to be creative about it, but then on the other hand, I just wanted to get it over with. But I had English with her, but then our next class was Spanish, and it was down the hall a little bit to the right. But we never would walk to that class together, even though we had it together. So, first thing I'm going to English, my heart's like pounding already. It's just an hour and a half before I'm going to ask her out. So, I walk into English, and I walk over to her desk, which is right next to mine, and I put my hands down on it, and I look at her, I'm like, after class, I need to talk to you. I just looked her in the eye, and I'm just like, I have to talk to you after class. And she's like, okay. And then I just kind of like smiled and sat down. So that was kind of awkward in and of itself, the fact that I just did that. But after class, I made sure she didn't run off Spanish, because typically we walk separately. I mean, yeah. But I walked over to her after class, and I started walking down the hallway with her. And the hallway's loud, so I kind of had to talk loud. So I was talking to her, I'm like, hey, so, I know, and before this, I need to preface this whole story with, everyone was pressuring me to ask her out like crazy. Nobody understood that I wasn't allowed to, and that I did what my parents told me to. Nobody understood that concept. So everyone was constantly like trying to get us to go out all the time, and it was really annoying and stressful for me because I was waiting for my parents' green light. So, like, her friends were getting angry at me because I wouldn't ask her out, and then one of my friends at the time, Michael Sammy, on April Fool's Day, I asked her out a little, like, in April, I'm pretty sure, on April Fool's Day, kept telling her that that was the day I was going to ask her out, and so she was, like, super disappointed after. It was ridiculous. Everyone was just against me in this whole situation. So, when I finally asked her out, I mean, it wasn't not expected, and I never ask a girl, I try not to ever ask a girl out unless I know she's going to say yes, and I knew she was going to say yes in this situation, but I was still super nervous. So I was walking with her after English, and we were walking, we walked around the corner where it's a little bit quieter, and I grabbed her hands. I'm like, hey, would you maybe want to, you know, go out with me sometime? I said, go out with me sometime. What does that even mean? That's not asking someone to be your girlfriend. Go out with me sometime. But she was like, yes, like super quick. So I was like, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. That's what I said. Like, would you like to go out with me sometime? Oh, that was easier than I thought. So that was so she said yes, and I was super happy. So I grabbed her hand and we walked to Spanish together. And then she went off to her friends in the Spanish class and told all her girlfriends. And they're like, oh yeah, woo! And then I was trying to be smooth, and I was walking. I was kind of looking back to my friends, walking to my seat. So I was kind of like this. I was like, hey, yeah, I finally asked her out. Well, there is glass there. Do you want to die? Do you have a well, you could die. Stay over there. So I was trying to act cool, like, yes, no big deal. You know, asked a girl out. She said, yeah, whatever. So I was walking into the class, talking to some friends in the class, and just walking past their desks. And they're like, did you do it? And I was like, yeah. And as I was walking out, and I run straight into the overhead projector. The overhead projector's like right here. And I just walk straight into it and just pow! And I knocked some papers off of the projector that the teacher had and everything. And it was it's pretty embarrassing. My dog is trying to escape again. So anyways, that was fun. And that was my 8th grade years. It was an interesting experience. That whole relationship was my first one. And we actually, I think it lasted like 2 months or something, 3 months. But then we ended up getting back together our junior year of high school for a little bit. But, yeah, that's it. Would you like to go out sometime? Horrible. But, anyways, that's the story of the first time I asked a girl out. So, let me know, tell me about the first time you guys have asked a girl out, or have been or any awkward ways that you've been asked out. And, post in the comments if you want any of those stories. I think tomorrow, if you guys don't request anything, I'll talk about my first kiss maybe, or my first date, or I'm just struggling to think of more first, but maybe you guys can think of some. Let me know in the comments, and I will tell you guys fun stories. So thank you so much for watching, and be sure to post in the comments. Tell me about your fun stories about the first time you got asked out, or you asked someone out. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Or better yet, make a video about it, and then I can watch it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you're having a fantastic night, and I will see you guys on the flip side.